Don't destroy the ground. And if you find a ground that has been destroyed, it's not okay for you to just walk away. Try your best. I know it's going to be very difficult, but try your best to convince them that you are not like that person. And then don't just let it be the words of your mouth. Let it also be the actions that you take. When we told them about the vision, they were quick to want to chase us out. Like, nah, we are not interested. And that got us thinking, why? So we needed to investigate and ask them why. That was when the person in charge was telling us the stories of how a core member, a male core member, when he was there, when he was serving in their school, molested and did a lot of things to the female students. Hello guys, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. This is a global place and it's another time to talk about what is going to lead to our growth. If you're joining for the first time, you're welcome here. Ensure that you click the subscribe button, you subscribe, you like, you share, and you leave a comment of what you've learned or any question that you have. If you've been here for a very long time, you are welcome once again. You know that it is always about growth on this channel. So today we are conversing about something very important. So I just recently concluded planning and executing my conference, which I hold annually, which is the Transcendence Conference. And I want to share some of the things that I learned from planning to execution. Just some. Maybe this will have part two. This will have a part two if the time will not be enough to talk about everything today. So the first thing I want to talk about, the first lesson I learned, by the way, Transcendence Conference is a conference where different young adults, secondary school students come together to learn about leadership, personal development, how to grow, once again, physically. So the skill acquisition, the free medical checkup, and so many other things. And this time, I've been holding it in the City State, but this time, because of some reason, I decided to hold it in Bayelsa State because that's where I am at the moment, Yenagoa local government area. So we held it in Bayelsa. And one of the things we wanted to do is that because when we're holding it in the page, we had young adults, right? We did invite school, and our target audience is young adults and secondary school students. Now, when I realized that there was a gap, I decided that the third edition of Transcendence Conference, is going to be for secondary school students. And so we began to reach out to schools here in Yenagoa to let them know about our plan, our vision, and how their schools can participate. There's going to be a quiz competition with prizes and so much more. And there was this particular school that my team and I got to. When we got there, we are core members, so we presented ourselves to them as core members in Yenagoa, serving in Yenagoa. When we told them about the vision, they were quick to want to chase us out. Like, nah, we are not interested. And that got us thinking, why? So we needed to investigate and ask them why. That was when the person in charge was telling us the stories of how a core member, a male core member, when he was there, when he was serving in their school, molested and did a lot of things to the female students in that school. It was very sad and bad that because of that male core member, they were also rejecting this offer that would change the life of their students. And this offer that, I mean, the people bringing it are not necessarily that guy, right? So we are different people. But because of the act of that guy, and because we have the same title, core member, do you get? They had to, they were repelled. They didn't want to have anything to do with any other core member. And that really taught me something, right? It goes a long way to show and to tell how your actions in a particular place and at a particular time can affect someone else that is coming into that place at a particular time. So if you are in a place and you do well, you act positively, everything's fine and good, you are going to be applauded. And if they see someone like you, for example, it's just like your name. If you get to a place and you say, "Oh, my name is Pete," and you call your surname, there are people that will be like, "Ah, wait, isn't all that person this?" And then it will just throw them off. And there are names that you call, and they're like, "Are you the daughter of?" And they are so proud. They want to help you. They put in all their energy. It is the same way. It is the same way. So the way that core member behaved, the way he conducted himself then, was going to affect the opportunity that we're bringing to them, has affected their perception of what core members can do, who core members are. So I believe that if any core member is posted to that school, the school will definitely have that mentality of the fact that there was a core member that did this, and they will be suspicious of that, of the new core member, because they've had a track record of a core member messing up their girls. So once again, it is very important that wherever you are, You do not destroy the track record. You may think that, oh, it's just you, but you can never tell how much it is going, how far it can go to affect the opportunities of other people that are going to get there. So don't destroy the ground. Don't destroy that opportunity and make it impossible for other people to access it. It is very important wherever you are to be well behaved so that you do not cut short the opportunities for others, and make a good name for yourself. Make a good name for yourself. Now, if someone else comes to that school and the person bears the same name, they may not even be related, but because it is the same name, it's just the way people say, oh, anywhere you see Femi, run away from them with their daredevils, right? It's because a Femi somewhere has done something wrong or something that is not pleasant, and maybe consistently Femis have been doing things that are not right or pleasant. So there's now that tag, so much that even if there is a Femi that is sweet, that is nice, that is not going to hurt you or harm you, you have that mentality. There's a label already that you need to be careful or extra careful with Femi. If you are with Bayo, you might not be that careful. You might just be, let's test the water. But with Femi, you have it at the back of your mind that Femis can betray. Femis can break hearts. Do you understand? So it is very, very important wherever you find yourself, please conduct yourself well and do not destabilize the ground for people that are coming. Do not destabilize the ground for people that are coming. And as a core member, please behave well. I don't know why you go about molesting people that are young enough to be your sisters. Very, very wrong. I mean, I was really pained and I understand where they were coming from, but we had to really convince them that nah, we are not like that. I mean, we had to reestablish, help them relearn that not all core members are like that person that molested their students. And we are here in order to help their students, give their students opportunity, give them exposure, allow them relate with other students in Yenagua local government area, right? So that was how they accepted us. I'm sure that to a very large extent, if other core members now want to have that kind of access to their school, they will be able to open up to some extent because I mean they saw what we did and they saw that we didn't do the same thing that the other guy who molested their girls did. So yes, don't destroy the ground. And if you find a ground that has been destroyed, it's not okay for you to just walk away. Try your best. I know it's going to be very difficult, but try your best to convince them that you are not like that person. And then don't just let it be the words of your mouth. Let it also be the actions that you take, how you do things. You need to understand that you now need to tread carefully. Do we have suspicions here and there? You need to understand that it's because of the past. It's just like a trauma, right? So that's very important. That's one thing I learned. And the second thing from this story is the fact that people will hurt you. There are people that will hurt you, but you must be able to go past that hurt to accommodate other people if you want to get people you can trust. If you still want to live life to the fullest, if you still want to have good associations, if you still want to make friends in life, the fact that the friends that you had betrayed you, hurt you, beat your finger, does not mean you should stop relating with humans. I understand your hurt, very valid. But you see, there are good and well-meaning people also. So it is very important, like the school that I talked about, they looked, when we explained to them, I'm sure that they still had the heart, but they were like, okay, let's give it a try. And it may not come very easily. You may be doubting, you may be suspicious here and there, but just take that step towards healing, towards getting over that trauma, right? And trust again, gradually. It doesn't mean that you put all your egg in the person's basket, but gradually you are learning to trust. So whenever you are hurt, do not just withdraw totally from the world, from people. Ensure that you give other people the opportunity. Don't just shut people out. Don't just shut them off, right? Don't shut everybody out of your life because you've been hurt by some other people. Still give people the grace to prove themselves to you because not everybody will be like the person that hurt you. They may have the same name, they may have the same surname, they may come from the same family, but it doesn't mean that they are also going to hurt you. Of course, the trauma will tell you, oh, you are going that way again, it's going to hurt you. But just take that step, be in control. Because only until then will you be able to heal and see people that are well meaning. If you just withdraw and you do not want to be hurt, so you don't want to relate with people, then you forever live with the belief that everybody is equal, which is not true. And you will be able to make friends, get opportunities, and live life to the fullest. So it is very important that you open up yourself to learning how to trust again, to taking actions towards healing from your trauma, right? It takes one step after the other. So while there is a part of the people not destroying or hurting people, there is also the part of those that are hurt, healing, taking intentional steps, deliberate steps towards healing, and not totally withdrawing from the society or community, from opportunities and even good and well-meaning people. Let me know what you learned from this. Let me know if you have questions. Let me know if you had similar experiences, and let me know what stood out for you. I'm going to see you in our next episode, which will be the next week. And until then, ensure you keep growing, ensure you execute everything that you've learned from this video. And that's my bye for now.